Welcome back to Single Tree Nation, guys. I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, and as usual, our illustrious co-host, Mr. Derry Wells, is over there whispering sweet nothings in Trent's ear.
I so want to just my goal every week. First of all, what's up, everybody? But my goal is to, if I can get him to blush, just with the softest little delicate pre-show microphone whisper.
That's wonderful. Look, guys, thank you for joining us today. We have a awesome guest from Herban Market.
You got it.
Miss Ashlea Hogancamp.
That's it. Perfect.
Like Hulk Hogan goes to camp.
That's right.
I so wanted to do it.
That is not original. She came up with that already. So,
how often do you have to explain your name, though? Is that why? You had to get something? There you go.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Well, thanks for coming to hang out with us.
Yeah, thanks for
We
inviting
appreciate it. We give you a couple of minutes here to kind of introduce yourself, tell the world who you are and what you do.
My name is Ashlea Hogancamp, co-founder and owner of Herban Market, mom of two, homeschool teacher. Past life was architect. I just kind of do a little bit of everything. I'm just a curious person.
So you mean to tell me you haven't always been a restaurateur?
No, I didn't even plan on
opening a restaurant.
I just kind of stumbled into it.
So
the number of people that you personally know and find who stumbled into restauranting, how do you say it, is hilarious. Mm-hmm. Which lends me to think that your smaller markets, your local stuff, is either A, people just take an opportunity, or B, being excited about something, because there's rarely the lifetime restaurant guy that goes back home to open a restaurant. It doesn't sound like. It's not impossible, A, but B, I mean, like even last week, Alex with Buster's. Mm-hmm. He's just like, I knew a guy. He's like, hey, I got some
medical sales to restaurant owners.
Yeah, I'm like,
I think it's because you're naive. You have no idea how freaking hard it is.
Amen to that. Amen to that. And what I tell you yesterday, was it yesterday or earlier today? If people knew the weight that was on my shoulders every day, it's crazy.
Because being kind is hard, apparently.
It's very hard,
especially the restaurant owners.
It's very hard.
Well, and you have people visiting you that are their worst version of themselves. I would say, aside from a church, but people come in hungry.
Yeah,
they're already cranky and hungry and thirsty, and they're just gonna unload all their hunger and anger.
I've never thought about that. That's exactly what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
Let's backtrack.
Okay.
To Ashlea when she was an architect.
Okay.
When was this?
I graduated architecture school in 2007. And so I planned on just doing architecture, smoking cigarettes and wearing black and being in New York. And
you don't smoke cigarettes.
I don't, but I did.
Oh, you did?
I
okay.
totally did, yeah.
Because what she just described, I know exactly what she's talking about.
It sounds like a prerequisite to being an architect.
I guess. It totally is. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like part of your nourishment when you're in architecture school.
Okay.
It's just
coffee and a cigarette.
Yeah,
that's it. All right.
And an afternoon, it's vodka.
Don't tell
maybe
us
bourbon.
secrets.
It was Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
Bourbon with all the other older architects. But and then ended up moving to Houston, Texas, in 2008.
What part of Houston?
We were in the Heights, so just the first subdivision outside of downtown. So there, working in the midst of it, loved it. I focused on educational architecture, which was really interesting because there's an element of play, and it was all design build and
educational architecture.
Yeah, our clients were
which means
schools.
What?
Schools, stadiums,
got it.
Playgrounds.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not so small, but yeah.
Administrative buildings.
I think the only thing I've ever even built was a gingerbread house. So
those are really hard.
My architecture's not great. I can't design things.
Yeah, so I was in Houston and had no plans to do anything but that, and got married. And then we accidentally got pregnant a few years later. So I think that was the big shift for me.
At least you did it in the right order.
I did. It didn't feel like it, though, because I wasn't planning on it. So even if you're 30 and you find out you're pregnant, you're like, oh, gosh, what am I going to do?
Well, especially, like you said, if it was an accident, y'all weren't counting on that part of life yet. That is
I didn't do it in the right order.
It's worked out fine for you, though.
No, it's great. I love my
Yeah,
wife. My
I mean-
wife and kids are amazing. It's just we just did it backwards.
Just did it a little different way.
We had kids, then got married.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I was, 30, had a job, had a house, married. I mean, it was like, should have been like, oh, okay.
And
this
y'all
is
in
all
Texas
right.
at that point?
We were in Texas. Yeah.
I'm going to jump backwards. You said you went to school in Kentucky?
Yep. University of Kentucky.
Are you from Kentucky?
I'm from Kentucky.
Okay. So you just kind of played the merry-go-round here trying to work your way
So-
back home. Is that?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did we go from Kentucky to Texas?
Why not? Just to get out of
Good
the
answer.
area, try something new.
You got
Okay.
all the way out there.
Jobs. Yeah.
That's
I mean, it was like, where
So
we,
did
where
you
we gonna
move
go?
to Texas and have a job prior to that? Or did you, just packed up,
Just
said,
packed
hey,
up.
we're going to go
went
to Houston,
Texas. Yeah.
one of the largest cities in the country.
Fourth largest.
Yeah,
Didn't know that until I was there, and it's nothing but traffic and
It's massive.
petroleum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went, found a
never
job,
been.
and
So
You've never been to Houston?
nope.
So
You said what part of Houston, and I knew right then that's not my kind of city. So like, if you have a city that has parts, I'm good. So
yes, yes. Houston honestly makes Atlanta look small.
oh my gosh,
and the traffic
that's insanity.
is
Yes.
the worst.
It's unless your description is downtown, like just
There's like multiple downtowns. I mean,
Yeah,
compared
Nashville's
to
like a
even
suburb of
Nashville.
Houston.
There's like the medical
Nashville would
district.
be a suburb of Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, you
it's
learned
massive.
something new. Trent, were you aware of this?
It's
That's insanity.
as my kids would say, it's as massive as a low taper fade.
I don't know what that means.
You're about.
Neither
to
do
leave.
I, but-
You're about to have to leave. I'm not prepared for that lingo yet. I've still got 2 weeks. By the time this airs, we'll be back at school, but that's not the point. Like
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, there's like a medical district that looks like a downtown. Then there's the Galleria, which is shopping that looks like a downtown, and then there's the original downtown. I mean, it's all spread out. It takes like 2-3 hours to go from the edge to the edge. Oh my god. Well, mainly because of traffic, but traffic's always just awful. It is terrible.
Yeah.
So we were there for 7 years, and then we were like, we don't want to be here anymore.
Yes.
And I had a daughter, and went from practicing architecture, and I was all in. So it was like 80, 90 hours a week. And then I had a daughter, and it was like, whoa, you're important to me. So I was like part-time, it felt like architect, part-time mom. And then I cared about what I put in her body and on her body. So I'm like trying to find the healthiest, highest quality stuff for her. And then realized that was another full-time job. And so that was kind of the spark of why we opened Herban Market.
Darn kids.
I know, it changed it.
They change everything.
it's funny you bring that up. That just a lot of the stuff we consume, and even topically or whatever. And I have in the last few months started to kind of pay more attention to those little things. And you can go off the deep end with some of these things. Like there's a lady that I've found her social media, and like she has no electricity in her bedroom, like none of that kind. Like she's way over to that part of it. But obviously, there's an element to these little things that you consume or don't consume on a regular basis. And I have found that from just almost a mineral standpoint, and I think that's part of the reason I've been not sleeping well, because I should be, because I'm really tired. And I started taking magnesium.
Yes.
Like flip it on a switch. I have slept 5 nights in a row. It is the most
awesome.
beautiful thing. I don't know. I'm attributing
No,
to that,
it
but
for sure is.
and my brother was like, "Well, yeah, I gave you some of that like 2 years ago." I was like, "Oh, I got tossed on a table." Like,
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, like, and so
Magnesium, huh?
for me, now, I'm
No
not-
wake up groggy?
Because it's a mineral. So it's not something that makes you sleepy. It just aids your body in sleep.
Yeah,
And it helps with relaxation. You can do like an Epsom salt bath. And so your body absorbs it. Yeah. So I got crazy about just prepare yourself. You're about to just enter into a world of.
I'm in. We're going to share a conversation off air because this is going to be great.
You can take control of your own health because nobody knows your own body like you do.
I won't give a compliment to anybody that does those kinds of things, because I got several friends who really are strict about what is consumed and what is applied. I'm a little bit loose about it, whatever. All of them and you're a great candidate for this as well, have like nearly perfect skin. And they almost stand out. And I'm like, wait a minute, like you're eating
Set apart.
Yeah, set apart. There you go. Exactly. Because y'all look different. And like my brother's got great skin because his wife's managed pretty well what they do. And I'm like, it's not fair, but I'm just not willing to do what he does yet. So that's
But it's baby steps.
Yeah.
It's just little things. I mean,
Right.
it's kind of like your bank account. You're like, where did I spend all that money?
Right.
And you're like, it was $5 and $8 and $2 and $4, and it all adds up. So it's just little bitty, if you will, pennies or cents in what you're doing every day. Add magnesium. Cut this out. Start doing this more. It's like little things that make a really big difference.
There's an app, and I can't remember the name of it. My wife has it. And she will scan the stuff in the grocery store to see what's in it, and it like grades it for you. And it's kind of like a healthy foods for dummy kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
So you don't
Just
have
to
to
give you a
know all the
gauge
stuff,
of-
but it kind
yeah.
of gives you an idea. And some of the stuff that you think is healthy for you
awful.
is just wholly awful for you. It's
Yeah.
bad. And like, was it bottled water? I think it was like the Walmart brand bottled water had chlorine in it. And the only way you could get it was something else.
Well, and microplastics.
Yeah,
Microplastics. I think there was one brand that had like a whole bunch of lead in it. So you're just
Just consuming.
drinking a number 2 pencil. There you go.
That's graphite, but yeah.
Whatever.
But the thing when people like, oh, how much pain you in? Oh, just the normal amount 0.
Should be.
Should be.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that. Well, that's an acceptable amount of lead. No, I shouldn't be consuming any lead.
No,
Like,
they
let's
want no lead.
That's a heavy metal. Like, let's be logical here.
Yeah.
That's not what we should be doing, and that kind of stuff. And I just think that so good for you on that, and the fact that you took that with daughter and ran all the way to the market with it.
I mean, she was 6 months old, so I think I still had some post-pregnancy hormones.
Sure.
To where I was like, this is a great idea. Quit my job and move across the country and start a
What
business.
year was this?
So she was born in 2014. So it was November of 2014 that we were like, we're going to sell our house. We're going to sell everything.
Okay.
We don't know where we're going to start this business. We're going to get a little closer to family in Western Kentucky. So we looked everywhere from like St. Louis around to Atlanta. Just, like a half a day's drive to get to grandparents. But yeah, we're like, we're going to start a business. This is great. This will be easy. No.
So you settled on Franklin, Tennessee.
We settled on Franklin.
Okay.
We opened in October of 2015. So 11 months later.
Oh, wait.
We had
Wait.
moved.
Okay.
Charlie's like, wait a second here.
Isn't that nuts?
November of 14.
Yeah.
You live in Houston.
We're in Houston.
October of
Hey,
15.
I'm moving
Yep. We put our house on the market.
to Nashville
We didn't know where we were moving.
and didn't know where you were
We didn't
going.
even know where we were going to land.
Okay. So how long did it take to sell the house?
It took about 5 months.
Okay. So now we're in
Now
April.
we know how much money we have to start
Right.
a business.
Okay. So
We
you're
had no money except from the sale of our house.
so we're in April of 15.
Mm-hmm.
You've sold your house.
We're selling our house. We're packing up, and we leave the beginning of May.
Okay. May 1st. You're on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where you're going yet?
Nope. Ironically though, we took all of our stuff and put it in storage in Nashville because it was just a couple hours away from where our family is. So we had no idea, and then we just started traveling.
Did you have
around.
a dartboard with a map on it?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It was like 6 hours to
Hang
get
on.
to grandparents.
My mind's blown.
After they sold the house, 6 months later, y'all opened the business.
Yeah, that's where I'm going next.
Like, this
So-
timeline is insanity.
It's
So
crazy.
May 1st,
Uh-huh.
your house is packed. Your stuff is in Nashville.
It's in Nashville.
Did you just look at each other and go, want to go spend the weekend on Broadway?
No, we didn't even do that. We just hopped in the car and started driving
Okay.
to visit different cities and areas that
So where did you go first?
I think we went into Nashville, but there was
Okay.
St. Louis we were looking at, Memphis. I mean, it was just where in this part of the country that we can get home to see grandparents needs this idea of a business. And
Okay.
it was,
So you went to all of those cities.
yeah.
And then Okay, so now we're middle of May, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Middle, end of May.
Okay.
Had no realtor.
Okay.
We had a
My
business plan,
word.
but we didn't have any financial history. We didn't,
Right.
Other than we sold our house.
Okay, so middle of May, you decided that middle to end of May, you've decided you're going to be in Nashville.
Yeah, probably June.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We've landed in
like I'm
Franklin.
shortening this window. Even
Right.
more.
Every
That's
time
great.
she drops a new nugget
This
here,
is crazy. Okay.
it's like
So now we're
she
in
tried to
June.
gloss over it. Oh, we decided in November and in October. No, hang on a minute, girl.
No,
Like,
there's some
that's-
details here. So we're in June. You don't even have a place to live yet.
No, we're just camping out, no pun intended, Hogancamp, with like Matt's parents, my mom, like just kind of hanging out, figuring out where we're
Okay.
going to end up.
Okay. So then when do you find a place to live?
July.
Okay.
We signed a lease, I think the end of June, early July of 2015. Ayla had just turned a year old and we had a
Okay.
birthday party. And then we hit the road and we landed in Franklin.
So you got a place to live now. It's July.
We moved in August, the end of August to Franklin. But the whole time, like we signed the lease and we were moving. Now
Okay,
my
so-
background's architecture, so I can start planning and building.
I got you. But have you so you signed a lease on a place to live in June,
in August.
in August.
We pretty much moved.
Did you have
in
a building for the business in August?
July? We found
That
the
you
business
said-
first, then the house. Yeah,
That's what they did out of order.
yeah. Business first.
Yeah.
Business
Okay.
in a house.
July.
We can sleep in the back. It's
Okay,
fine.
so
Like,
you got the building in July,
Correct.
and you start working on that.
Correct.
You get your house in August.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
So now July, September, you got 100 days. How?
So, thinking of it this way, it's crazy, but I think I came from this like intense industry in architecture where it's like to achieve a schedule that's impossible with a budget that's impossible because we started this business with $100,000. That's what we made on the sale of our house. It was $100,000. And I have a daughter and it's Matt and I.
and you dumped it all into this.
We were like, we could put it into a new house.
Well, yeah,
or we
but-
could roll the dice and go all in. We went in full time, both of us, so we have no other income. So we're building out, starting a business, all the inventory, all of the equipment. Now it wasn't a restaurant then; it was an organic market,
Okay.
and we had some oils and balsamics, we had some supplements, some grocery items, and then we did pour over coffees. That's when we started. October 26th of 2015.
So wow. So you figure out how to get. I'm assuming neither one of you have ever opened a business of your own prior to this.
No experience with the business.
Okay.
No experience
So-
in retail. No experience.
Never done retail, hospitality,
Nope.
or started your own business and just dumped it all. Here you go.
Yep.
Here we are. let's
Hang on. Let's not let this other fact get lost. This is with a 1.5-year-old also. Like, this is
Yes.
insanity.
yes. Yeah.
It's like I need a flow chart for what they did
So
here.
did you have a pack and play in the back somewhere?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was just there
Didn't have a
all the
choice.
time.
Yeah, no, in
Or
my
carry
brain.
your hip, what or something like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
My
a
goodness.
pack and play, a backpack, and
Diaper bag, go.
yeah,
She was just
yeah.
on me. That we have a picture of us with the key. I remember being terrified. I was like, "What are we doing? Unlocking the space?" And I'm holding Ayla in a carrier.
Are you
And we're
still in
just
your
like-
original space?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Still at the original, which I think we'll always try to.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
So it's just you and Matt to start with,
And 3 part-time employees.
and 3 part-time employees.
Mm-hmm.
What's going through your brain October 27th?
I think most of the time it was like, this is insane, but why not? Like, why not? You can always fall back on your career. You can always fall back on your education. And it's $100,000, right? Like, why not just...
Let's hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back to $100,000 of insanity. Be right back. What's going on, guys? I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, the owner of Single Tree Barbecue, located right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 2805 Old Fort Parkway. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 until 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 11 to 3. If you want some smoked wings all the way to some Texas-style smoked brisket, y'all come see us. We have some amazing lunch specials during the week and outstanding barbecue right here in the Middle Tennessee area. We can't wait to see you guys. Welcome back to Single Tree Nation, guys. I'm your man, Charlie Eblin. As always, we have our illustrious co-host, Mr. Derry Wells, with us on a $100,000 of insanity episode.
I like it. I like it.
So this is incredible. I've heard some tales about restaurants in my career, and I think you are gonna be in the top 5.
That's what I like to be.
Yes,
you know?
yes, Ashley, that's incredible. So you moved to Houston from Kentucky.
Correct.
No job, no nothing. Here we go.
See a
Boom.
theme.
Now we're in Houston. You were there for 5 years? 6 years?
7.
7 years. Okay. 7 years. Hey, wild hair, sell the place. We'll figure out where we're going to live later.
We just wanted to start a health food market or an organic market is the idea.
Want to start your own organic market. You pick Nashville. Find a building in Franklin, then find a place to live. You got a 1.5-year-old.
Yep.
Man, that's a lot all in itself. And
Kudos to you for the summary of that. I knew you were going to miss a step, and you got them all. So that's
I try real
great
hard.
recap.
He listened very well.
10 years
Now
in. Okay, go ahead.
Now we're 10 years
Yeah,
in.
there you go.
It'll be 10 years this October.
Right. Well, looking back, you're at 10 years. Obviously, I'm assuming you would have done this or that differently, right? But have you ever looked back at the very beginning and thought that was, yes, it was crazy, but we were about ridiculous in doing this? Or were you also sold on it that you just knew it was going to work?
I think it was like you're just in the grind of corporate world in Houston. And it was like, why not? Like, why not just try it? I mean, you're like 31 years old. Why not? If you're not going to do it now, when are you going to do it? And so I think it was just being like adventurous and just to see what happened. So now we get to see what happens, at least 10 years in.
Right.
But, you know, it's like you have a daughter, you know she's going to be cared for.
Right.
And even if we go belly up, well, we'll just be back where we were before we sold our house. And then we'll just grow again.
Go do
Try
something again.
different. Yeah.
Now, did you keep your architecture licensure? So just in case you need to fall back?
No, I think I would do something with it.
Okay.
But no, you don't make near enough money as an architect. You work way too many hours.
I'm just saying, you know, I'd have had like, just in case, like,
Yeah.
can always go be an architect again. So,
Yeah.
Good for you.
I did a year after we opened Urban. I was like, okay, we've got to have some income because everything was going into the business. And so I got a real estate license. And then it's retired now. I never did anything with it because as soon as I got it, Urban just took off.
Good for you.
And so it was just a constant, I'll say it was like laying the track when the steam engine is like full speed ahead. So there was a lot of panic that motivated
That's what
you.
it seems like.
And you know, in a restaurant, it's like you kind of want to quit just about every day.
Yeah.
But then you wake up the next day and you don't.
Right.
And you give it another day and you just, it's like wringing out the sponge. It's like, I think I can get a little bit more out. And that's what it's been. It's just constantly mission driven. You know, for me as a mom, that's what a lot of it's gone through. Like your curiosity, and you said your brother and them are into health. It was like, I want it to be convenient for moms and dads to be able to feed their kids well. And not like quinoa. I mean, quinoa is great. But like there's you gotta also enjoy your food.
Right. Yeah,
And
there you
so
go.
like you can eat burgers and enjoy them and them taste good and them give you energy and minerals
Right.
and nutrients.
Right.
And So it was like, that was my mission.
At what point did y'all think, all right, we're at this herbal store, let's turn it into the restaurant side?
So retail food stores have to go through the Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
I don't know why packaged food is apparently more hazardous than someone making it. So we were already licensed to be able to do prepared foods. We were doing like organic juices. So like made to order juices. So that's high hazard, right? You're taking all of it and not cooking it and handing them whatever's on there. And 5 weeks after we opened, we had so much demand for just a few breakfast sandwiches that we literally popped up card tables and induction burners and cast iron skillets. And we started making sandwiches. And we were buying organic bread from a local bakery and supporting different little farms. And
so 2 months after you open the doors, you're starting to make this shift towards the serving side.
And we thought that would be it. Well, then, okay, so now we're an organic market. So we have produce.
Right.
Produce lasts for 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I pretty well have storage out. I have really expensive artwork that's going to die in 2 or 3 days. And you're putting all of your pennies and money, and it's not selling because I have no marketing dollars.
Right.
Right. So it's like, well, what am I going to do with it? Well, it's still amazing organic food. Well, we just started making soups. So then we could sell it and
lose the waste
and not use the waste. So that took off. And so then we, about a year in, added a coffee bar. So we have an espresso machine now. And we're making soups and we're making sandwiches. Well, now there's salads added in there, right? Because we can do that within our space.
Right.
And then it all just kind of picked up on all of it. And it's just, I mean, every year it was like 30 to 40% growth. 30 to 40% growth. And so it was, so we opened in 2015. It was 2018 that our landlord came to us and said, you guys are so busy in this tiny little space. This restaurant that was like an anchor on the other side, they're unplugging. It's a restaurant called Mac and Kate's. I don't know if you've ever been there. He said, do you want this space? I was like, no, that's crazy. No, we don't want that space. And then a month later I called and I was like, I need that space. I need that space. I think we're going to do it.
So was your space connected to that? Mm-mm. So you had to move everything out of that to the other side.
So our landlord, he is wonderful. He's liked us since the beginning. And he's like, I just like you guys and I like your ideas. So he said, I'm going to pay to move this tenant that was in between us to the end. It was an eye doctor. And then he paid to move that space over so we could tear down the wall and have one open space. So 2018, we start making plans because we were so busy. We were selling out of lunch stuff by like 11. So people are coming in at 11:30. We're like, sorry, we're sold out of all the lunch stuff. And
it's not lunchtime. How you sold out of lunch stuff like that?
And they're hungry, right? So they're like, a little bit mad at us. And we're like, we're so sorry. So it was like we either shut it down, but knowing people want that, or we're going to just rip the Band-Aid off and go for it. Kind of like what we did when we moved to Franklin in the first place. So in June of 2019, we more than doubled our square footage and we had a full restaurant. And so we had a chef that we got on board and a couple other people. And yeah, we went all in, got a loan, barely got a loan to do it. I mean, because we grew this from $100,000. Like a bank normally isn't.
And look, and getting a loan in the restaurant space is
you've shared that with me before about just some of those challenges or the interest rates that they want you to pay back with them, like because they're so insanely inflated and stuff. So
well, and restaurants go under all the time,
right?
So there's like a huge risk. So I had my second son in the middle of us starting to expand. I was actually working on a financial projections to get a loan, and I was having labor pains. And I'm sitting up, it's 1:00 in the morning, and I'm like trying to trace all my cells in my Excel sheet, and I'm elbowing Matt. I'm like, hey, will you double check this? It looks too good on paper. And he's like, this is insanity.
I didn't feel that. We're going to ignore this. Keep going.
I'm like pre-labor. I'm like, I got to get this finished before I start this
you have
project.
the baby.
Yeah.
Before the baby comes, I have to do my financials.
Yeah, exactly. That's what all normal people do.
That is spoken like a true entrepreneur right there. That is outstanding. Okay, so it's 2020, and or 2019, and you're working on financials.
2018.
2018
to get the loan.
All right, so 2019, you're moving into the space.
The next year we opened. Yep.
And this is the end of 2019, I'm assuming?
This was June.
Okay, middle of 2019.
Yep. June of 2019.
So less than a year after you get this space, we go into a global pandemic.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Yes. Yes. Look, I started my business in the middle of a global pandemic, so I understand.
Shoot.
But what is going through your mind at this point?
I think in business, maybe in life, I think you just have to pivot. Whatever is thrown at you, and you have to get creative. So I think like I'm a curious person, so I like to learn. I'm also creative, and apparently I'm not intimidated by risk or probability of it not working out. So we pivoted. We didn't let one person go. We actually, because we had market and we had restaurant, we saw everyone like stocking their, pantry and their freezers. And I remember calling the chef at the time. I'm like hitting the hill to come down to Urban. And I'm like, everyone's stocking their freezer. We need to prep food for them to take home and stock in their freezer. So we pivoted all of our prep cooks and all of our like line cooks, and they just started making packaged foods. I mean, we didn't even have like good packaging. It was like just get it to where we can freeze it. We were rolling out kitchen freezers into the retail space and putting signs up, and we had people just pulling up and just $2,000 and $3,000 orders to just feed them. So it was like we just pivoted. So all of our
That's awesome.
prepared food turned to retail.
That is awesome.
And then people were, I think, also educated in that situation that it is worth a little bit more to support your local guys. Because, I mean, we had farmers coming in mud on their boots every day, dropping off eggs and milk and greens. And they were like, you have food? It's like, yeah, because the farmer's right down the road.
Yeah.
Well, then it didn't matter if there was like a 50-cent difference between that dozen eggs and this one, right?
Right.
This was worth it.
Right.
So it was just, I think, just the nature of what our business was. We've been able to kind of piggyback off of one that was doing well versus the other.
That's incredible.
I love what got you started into this because you thought, as a mom, I care about what's going on with my daughter and those kind of things. And y'all have a quote on your website. We serve organic at a profit if we can, at a loss if we must, but always organic.
Yep.
The thing I like about that the most is just the ability to say, we realize that we believe in this more than the money, more than this or that. And when you start to operate by that, your mantra, so to speak, that really helps you not have to worry about all the little finer, not that you're not placing your orders or staying up late during labor and getting your financials right. But, because you're at this point, you're just doing what you believe in.
Right.
Does that make day-to-day more rewarding? And does it make it any easier? Or is it just you've got the business and the rewarding and that's two separate things?
It doesn't make it easier other than it's easy to remember why you're doing it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we forget why we're doing something, whether it's even like parenting or being a friend or owning a business. I mean, running a business to me is I get to help lead and make creative decisions on a team with other people, and most of them can do things better than I can do. So you're depending on each other's skills. And life and business to me is relationships. And it's like, so you've got a space that automatically just attracts people to have coffee with each other, to dine with each other, right? It's a more of a ceremonial relationship space anyway.
Sure.
And then to have a mission that's easy enough that it's like, this is why we're doing it. And then you make business decisions to support that mission. So that makes it easy sometimes. Because when we're making decisions, I mean, food costs right now are stupid. They're just kicking all of our butts. And so sometimes it's like, well, why are we doing, everything goes back to this very simple mission of if I would not feed it to my family, it's not going in the store, period. So that helps you make decisions, tough decisions. We have to raise that price by 50 cents. And it's like, and with rising costs during COVID, it was like everybody was just absorbing all those costs thinking, oh my gosh, gloves have to decrease in cost at some point. They went from like $40 a case to $130.
Right.
And you see people using them at the gas station. You want to like go like beat them up, just rubber gloves. But so you're like absorbing all these costs thinking it's going to go down. But then sometimes it's like, you've got to make tough decisions But it's easy because you're going to just be like, this is an honest, like, increase in cost or in price of the menu, but we're never going to sacrifice this. You always know what you're going to get with us. So we've always taken it back through that mission.
That's awesome. That is all. I'm glad I saw that quote. I was wondering, I was like, man, that really makes that focus of we're going to get the people taken care of and at a place where consciously we won't have any regrets. So
Right.
So you are now in 2025.
Yes.
You went from, I'm assuming, a 1,500 to 2,000 square foot space to now you have 4,000+ square feet.
We went from 2,576 square feet.
That's the architecture, right down to the. She knew.
Either that or like the financials, and you said the same number. And then we added 3,300 square feet, so we more than doubled. So we added that in addition, and now we have 7,700 square feet. We just took over the building.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, and then we just opened another piece of it.
So now you have the whole building.
The whole building.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went from a small little, not little, a smaller space to now you have an entire building.
Yes. And I need more space.
And you need more
I need more
space.
space. Yeah.
Well, that's going to make me ask then, are we talking more units? I mean, Franklin is a favorable town for this kind of market. And
sure.
Does that make you begin to wonder, hey, like, do I want to jump into this? Do we want a second unit? Do we stay in Franklin? Do we branch out? Or are those things that we're just putting to bed because we love the space that we're in and we're serving our community as best we can right here?
I think more communities need urban. I don't know that they're ready for it.
Sure.
I think it's one of those like, oh, I just discovered magnesium helps me sleep.
Right.
So there's a lot more of that.
Right.
Like when we started urban, there was a smaller group of people, almost like a little tribe.
Yeah.
But I think it's slowly becoming more talked about and celebrated, and people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't even have to have surgery. I just cut this out and did that, and I had a person who shared that with me, and there's been this community that's grown. And then nationwide, more people are aware, like, you're kidding me? Like blue dye and red dyes are a neurotoxin? Like people actually are like talking about these things. So I think there's a growing audience of people that believe in it, or at least curious about it. And then I love to be able to feed you guys burgers and you just like them, but it's actually healthy for you. Like, we need more of that.
I've been perusing your menu.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
She said healthy burger, and I'm excited.
I mean, it's just a
I love me
burger
a
with
good
like
burger.
pure food.
So when you say that, like, do you dive into the grass-fed, grass-finished side of beef itself, or is it just no hormone kind of, no additive to the beef?
All of the above.
All of the above.
So
Is it also the bun though? Like
we make all of the buns and all the breads in house. So I have an in-house bakery now. Let me tell you what we have right now at Urban.
Yes,
So
please do.
original market, all the supplements, all the magnesiums.
Right.
I've got a wellness manager who's phenomenal. Help guide you through that, give you some pointers. Market, some packaged items. I have some frozen proteins, some really good meats and bacons and sausage. And then we have dining just all throughout. Wherever I could squeeze extra seats, we have dining. Full coffee bar. I have a wine bar with craft beer and just really good wines from around the world. I have a bakery that makes everything in-house except for our tortillas, because we found someone who can make even better organic tortillas. And then we just opened what we're calling the pantry. So the pantry, if you could imagine walking into my pantry or my chef's pantry, like what would we have in there?
right.
And so it's making it more convenient. I'm trying to drive convenience, purity and quality that's healthy, and then it tasting good. So I'm just trying to make it easy. So that goes all the way back to when I was an architect.
When do you sleep?
I'm actually the last couple of years I've been doing better. Yeah.
I don't know how. Like
So are you still in the business every day?
To some degree, I try to be there 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay.
I homeschool my children. But I'm going to be honest, I'm a homeschool manager. So like I have a tutor 2 days, they go to a tutorial 2 days, and then on Fridays I dive in with them.
Okay.
And then we just go hard, figure out what they did that week and prepare for the next week. But Monday through Thursday I'm there, but I'm in and out and talking to them constantly.
Right.
Yep.
In November of 22, we invested heavily in one of the best chefs in the country. His name's Bobby Benjamin. He's had 30 years of experience from fine dining, Michelin star, trained underneath some of the best chefs in the world, Wolfgang Puck. And he's also done like resorts and, fast casual. So he just, and even that, how we were connected was such a God story. And he landed, and we wanted someone who was good with systems, who had creative knowledge and experience, but systems. So we've been told by Toast, by Walter, that we were in the top 3 to 4% in the nation of volume at one location. So my steam engine is moving. I'm trying to lay track, and I'm going to admit I don't know what I'm doing.
So they told you that in single unit operations, y'all are in the top 3% nationwide.
3 to 4% is what he said in the nation.
That's
Can y'all
From a
very
cardboard
large
table.
stuff.
just a generality? How many single unit restaurants exist in the nation? Can you give me a ballpark?
That just have one location.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I would say it's thousands upon thousands.
Well, sure, I would too. I didn't know if that's
Most small business restaurateurs have one location.
okay.
Most.
And we
Gosh,
could
girl.
get clarification if he means a company that only owns one location or just the revenue in one location, even if they have multiple. But the volume,
I don't care how you
is
split it. The fact that the volume you're in the top 3 or 4% is just
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
But we just reached a point where there was no consistency. We're trying to make everything from scratch,
right.
but we have to work smarter instead of harder. And I mean, I'll be honest, I thought about just burning the place down at times. I was so tired. I was
Look, I can only.
It sounds like a conversation I've heard you have before.
Yeah. After I've been in the restaurant business for 33 years now. 32 or somewhere in it, long time. To be in the top 3 to 4% of volume for independent restaurant owners, I'm not going to ask you the number, but I can only imagine, because I have a pretty good idea of what that number would have to be. Mm-hmm. The amount of revenue you're doing is absolutely incredible. So the number that I'll ask is, what do you see from a weekly guest count? That'll kind of give the general public an idea of what kind of, since we're talking about volume.
So we are quick serve. So it's kind of hard to know how many people are there, but I would say anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 people are coming through our one location a day.
My word.
Did you hear what she said?
I did.
A day.
A day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A day.
So you can do some generic math on your own and kind of get an idea of what kind of volume that she's dealing with.
Well, I can tell you that a quick search, AI says, Google's thing, there are approximately 150,100 single location full service restaurants independent in the United States. And if you're in the top 30% of that, well done, girl.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I mean, I can't
Kudos to
even
you.
take credit for it, other than I'm a mom who wanted something, and I found a lot of other moms and dads, and then other people who just cared about health. It's I mean, everybody wants comfort food.
Sure.
I want a really good pizza, but a lot of times,
That sounds so good right now.
a lot of times,
It's because
you
I've
have
been
to
looking at her menu.
sacrifice.
I've got 2 of them marked down on the menu already. I can't wait.
It's so good. And then Chef Bobby came in and helped us refine every single recipe, right? To where the consistency, when you come in, and there's that book, E-Myth Revisited, I'm sure you guys have read, but he talked about when you go to Starbucks, it's a crappy cup of coffee.
Yes.
But every time you go, it's the same crappy cup of coffee.
Look, I tell people all the time, there's 3 reasons why people go to a restaurant. And it's literally only 3. It's convenience, right? So why is McDonald's the #1 restaurant brand in the world? Because it's convenient.
Right.
Right? It's fast. It's on every corner. It's simple, right? Starbucks, same thing. It's convenient. It doesn't make it a culinary delight, right? So you're either going for convenience, you're going because you know someone there. And it's not necessarily it's a relationship like we talked about earlier. It could be a server that has just waited on you a couple of times that you enjoy seeing, right?
Carlos.
So, a bartender that, engages the way you want them to engage,
Right.
has their beverage out for you when you sit down, whatever it is.
Or even they just know the place. They know how to navigate it.
Right. Or there's a specific menu item. There's something that place is selling that you can't get anywhere else. Right. So for my particular restaurant, brisket, there's nobody in town that cooks brisket the way I cook brisket. So people come for me specifically for brisket. Right. They may not be able to get magnesium.
I hate that I brought up one thing, and that's been,
and now it's been a theme.
It's been mentioned like 6 times.
Yeah.
Golly.
100,000.
Such a good example.
Trent,
though.
remind me to keep my mouth shut. Like, I don't know how to do this on a podcast and not like.
We need to add magnesium into the title of this somewhere. $100,000 of magnesium insanity. I don't know. I'm reaching.
No, it works.
Everybody's comfortable with magnesium, though. It's a great example.
Sure.
But there's reasons why people go to restaurants. It's amazing to me how you've duplicated that many reasons to come see you.
But when I was talking about like during COVID is when we really were able to like pivot, right? And swing to retail. Some people may walk in for, I'll say vitamin C. So,
they walked in for magnesium now. Well, we're holding on to it now. Don't try. Yeah. We're 45 minutes into this. Don't bail out now.
All right, I'm going for magnesium the whole time. They walk in for magnesium and then they get coffee. Or they come in for coffee and then they see like their favorite snacks or a new brand. Or they walk in for coffee and we have a new special item. So it's like it all kind of just picks up on the convenience, the familiarity, the people. I mean, again, like my team is gold.
You mentioned earlier when y'all opened, it was y'all and 3 part-time employees. Well, how big is your team now?
I have 135 people on my team.
Well done.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
Well
crazy.
done.
Congratulations.
By the way, the math on that, you're in the top 4,500 restaurants in America.
Wow.
So.
And that's, given Walter was, telling me correctly. I haven't verified all that, so.
I'm going to take the man's word for it. He knows numbers. So, yeah. So
he was also trying to get us to switch over to toast. So, there was benefit there for him.
Listen, and that's why he said 3 or 4%.
Yeah.
I can reach out to a couple people.
Yeah.
We'll verify the math.
Okay.
Just I want to give you those kudos. So I'm sure he's right, but I'll verify.
Yeah, it's
Walter. I'm coming for you.
it's something. And again, I'm sitting there and we have never owned a restaurant. I've worked in one. But like as a server, and I've never owned a business.
How many times? Because look, when you go from never being in a restaurant or working in a restaurant to starting your own restaurant, and you obviously grew really fast. Mm-hmm. How many times did you walk in the store and go, "Man, I hope today's slow"?
I think that we've been so dependent on revenue because we've constantly been growing.
Yeah.
So we needed it to continue to grow. Okay. But
well, on that note, let's take a break real quick. We'll come back to Mac and Bean.
She was about to sign. The payments looked fine until I ran the numbers. They were overcharging her by $5,412. One call later, we flipped the script. Better price, lower rate, $5,000 saved. This happens every week. Before you sign, call me. The 615negotiator.com. I find what they don't want you to see.
All right, we're back. Let's jump into Mac and Beans. We've lost Charlie officially. It's good.
What is Mac and Beans?
Mac and Beans is just our this or that. Okay. And it was a segment that I came up with early. I screw up about every other third time, so I'll get it right today, though. I've got it. So you go to...
Yes.
What?
So we decided to have a segment on the show where when you go, you have to pick, it's either one or the other things. And so when you go into a barbecue restaurant, typically you're getting one or the other side. You're either going to get mac and cheese or you're going to get the beans. We have found that it's very rarely that somebody doesn't get one or the other.
So if you go to a barbecue restaurant, are you getting the mac and cheese or the barbecue baked beans?
I would get the beans.
There you go.
Beans.
Yeah.
Beans has been a hot answer here lately.
Yeah.
It has been a hot topic.
Is that why you put the little Instagram pump out with your beans and the brisket? Because it sold me today, I ain't gonna lie. So
Which my kids call sweet beans.
sweet
They're like,
beans.
hey, Mom, can you make some sweet beans?
That's right.
Yeah.
The other half of that, I was looking at your menu. You walk into your shop, you're kind of feeling just a little bit like 2 clicks off of not where you want to be for the day.
Okay.
Are you getting a smoothie or are you getting coffee?
I'm getting coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the architecture
I'm
in
just
you.
a black coffee. Yeah.
Black coffee
And I
so
can
good.
get
Oh,
anything
you just sang to Derry's heart.
Man, you sure did. That
Yeah.
is, I enjoy when people will acknowledge that Starbucks is consistent. They have a huge brand. They've done all the marketing well. I give them credit for all that. It's a very average to subpar cup of coffee.
Well, and
And
most
so-
people are putting cream and sugar in it.
They're
If
doctoring
you
it
just
up.
drink
If
the
you just want black
it's
coffee,
so bad.
so there's a place here locally one time I got all jazzed up about, and I was like, and I'm not going to mention them because it's no need to hurt feelings. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. And I go get, and I've never had it before. All right. So I walk in, I get a black cup of coffee, and a teacher I teach with is like, hey, bring me a cup this morning too. I was like, excellent. I walk it to his room. Like, I feel like I'm about to deliver. He goes, God, it's an awful cup of coffee. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I hadn't tried mine yet. And I was like, oh man, like it missed the mark. They're still in business. They're still
good.
doing well. I good for them, but I ain't gonna lie, that was my last spot there. So it was just,
I haven't
Maybe
had
an
a,
off day, you know.
maybe
everybody
it
has
was.
off
I should give it
days.
another chance. So
I haven't had a black coffee since 2002.
I haven't had a black coffee since Monday.
Okay. Have you guys ever put butter in your coffee?
I did.
I have never personally done that. I've heard about it,
Do you
but
like
I've
butter?
never. I do like butter.
Do you like coffee?
My brother got
so
me to do
good
that,
together.
and
You're talking to a
phenomenal.
barbecue guy. I like anything with fat in it.
My brother taught me. He went through a phase doing keto or whatever, and he was trying to get his fats up, and that's one of the little
Oh,
tricks.
it's so good.
It's fantastic.
Well, and
Butter in the coffee.
like whole like raw milk and some butter.
Where
in the
did you
coffee.
get raw milk? I have heard
You
that.
gotta go to the dealer. You gotta go to the farm and get it directly. It's so good. If you get like an A2 raw milk, it's
Sounds like
almost
she knows a
ice
guy.
cream, but without sugar in it.
So here's what's
So
funny.
good.
I grew up on a dairy farm. Like for us, going and get milk meant we took the little hose off the tanker, filled up whatever we were going to take back to the house, put the hose back on, and walked. I mean, like it was
Warm.
cow temperature. Like it was, yeah. And so I don't know the standard temperature for a cow, but you get my point.
At 8.6 degrees.
That's it. That's right. But I think it's about 104 actually. But point is, like it was warm, like you said. Like the glass got low. You walked up to the house, and that was milk. We didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And then you get a little older. Granddad sells the dairy farm. You don't have access to this milk anymore, and you can't find it anywhere because the Amish, they walk out for them, and they'll like write them a ticket if they sell it because it's illegal or whatever. And then, but
In
now there's this
Tennessee,
big
it's
market.
not.
Okay, so
So
now
in
there's this market
Tennessee,
for it.
you can buy it from the farm.
Okay,
You can buy raw milk. Yeah,
it's
which is what I do.
just be careful. if they
Sounds
get
like
on
she
your
knows a
patch.
guy.
I know.
Yeah, it
guys.
sounds like
Yeah.
sounds like I'm going to Franklin's. What it sounds like. Next time Julia's like, "We going anywhere this weekend?" Yep, Urban Market. I'm gonna text Ashley, make sure she's there.
I'll get you a gallon.
There you go. Roadshow, I'm telling you. Like, you told me.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, a gallon of fresh milk would be delightful.
Yeah.
So, do you not do dairy?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I just I haven't had fresh milk in I don't know how many years.
He doesn't like a cow
Probably since I was
temperature.
a kid.
So
No, it's not that cow temperature.
My mom is 78. She grew up on a farm. And when she was at my house, I was like, Mom, that's raw milk. And she drank it. She said, that's what it tasted like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because it is milk. Like, when
and it
you
doesn't
were a
have all the
kid.
junk in it. It hadn't been
actual
processed.
milk.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's just milk.
It's just milk.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Beautiful
not,
thing.
it's not the stuff we drink today by any means. Oh, man.
I can talk about milk for a
So,
long time.
look, we have gone down a whole bunch of rabbit holes, and Derry and we glossed over it a little bit, but you are now at a point to where you got the whole building.
Got the whole building.
There's only a few other ways for you to continue to grow your brand. how and I struggle with this same thing. So the reason I'm asking is from a consistent standpoint, you have a chef now that is obviously doing a phenomenal job. How do you double him? How do you clone him into if next year after, years down the road, you open up another location, how do you make two of him?
Systems and structure. So that's what Chef Bobby and I have been working every day, every week on, was systems and structure. So getting it then to where and we're getting ready to switch over to something called Jolt, probably in the next few months, to where you could be anywhere in the world and you could look at people's checklists, you could see the time, how long it's taking them. You're just getting everything down to almost seconds. Like in the bakery, it's seconds. And then you're comparing that with labor. So it's analyzing all the data, which is not as much fun, but it's kind of fun when you have a goal and a projection and then you meet it. And each week you're just kind of raising that. And then you're just looking at the structure of how could you grow. Like we just got an HR person and it's like, well, what could she be doing now, right? That helps. But also like, how would this grow? So it's kind of like if you cast a net over something and then you lift it up, that net kind of grows with it. So it's thinking of it that way. And so we've got the system right now to where it's like, well, these people would rise, right? And then you would cast it over to or multiple locations. And all of that would just come down to, I think, what opportunity. God has just like led me through all of this. I mean, it's wild to hear the story. I just feel like I've been a part of it and been obedient through it. And so I'm just still kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I feel like it'll be obvious. And then we'll have plans and then we'll roll the dice and take some risk.
This girl just taking off.
I love it. Well, look, I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you.
And all the blessings. And I got a feeling that you're probably going to go down the right road. You might stump your toe, but you'll figure it out.
Every day.
You for the last decade, it sounds like that's what you've been doing, and you're doing a pretty good job. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
And I'm happy you came to join us today.
Man, thanks for inviting me. This is cool.
How can people find the Herban Market?
We've been trying to keep it a secret.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
I've actually said that to some people and they're like, I've been here for 4 years and I didn't know you were here. Oh, we were trying to keep it a secret, but you found out.
I'm going to steal that line from you.
It's good.
Yes.
And a lot of it's because I'm like, I'm not ready for more people. Like, we got to get our systems down. Our website, urbanmarket.co, Herban, herb.
I can feel you looking at me because I screwed up. All right. Jeez.
Oh, it's outstanding.
I'm sure other people have the same question. And then just Google us and just walk in. There's a lot there. Sometimes it intimidates people when they walk in because it's energetic and buzzing and everyone knows each other. And but it's fast casual. It's open dining and we have inside outside seating, picnic tables. So a lot of people say it's kind of like Cheers. So we just want to be a place that whether you like pizzas or burgers or specialty diet stuff, that it's just a place everyone feels comfortable.
Well, I know Derry and I will be there soon.
I can't wait.
You got a Friday feel good for us, my friend?
Always. After last week's lengthy one, I have a short one this week. We should consider pressure to be a privilege. Pressure means things are expected of you. So don't back down from the expectations, especially in the business world or in your roles of leadership. Pressure is a good thing. That means you're being expected to have an outcome. Go out there and do that outcome. You know what to do. Find somebody you know. Tell them you love them.
So I'm going to tell you a quick story about pressure. and Derry doesn't even realize it, but he actually pressured me earlier this week because he sent me, may have been in the last week, but he sent me a screenshot of his leg workout. And for those of you who don't know, I got a torn rotator cuff and all I can do is work out legs. So I work out legs every day I go to the gym. But he sent me a rather impressive leg workout. And I went the next day and it felt the same pressure of just that one text you sent to continue to work out and perform at a high level because of that. So thank you for your pressure.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Pressure also refines.
Well done.
Yeah.
Diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
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 I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Ashley, thanks for coming to hang out with us.
Man, thanks for inviting
It's
me.
been
We
a
appreciate
blast.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you guys know what to do. If you want to get involved, please feel free to reach out to me, charlie@singletreebbq.com. You can give me a call at 615-307-0120. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, guys, I'll see you then.
Y'all be good.